Hello, welcome to Shaman's Corner. Today I'm doing something special. So as you can see, I have this nice fire going. It's been raining last night, so it's kind of cool this morning. So I thought, oh, I'm gonna put a fire on this morning, and I wanted to share it with all of you. So today we are on tea number 7, and here's a little design on it. It's like a little flower, a little red flower, pink maybe, reddish pink I think. And the quote for today is, "When you let go, you create space for better things to enter your life." So think about, what are the things that you need to let go of? Is it something material? Is it something, a belief system that you may have? Is it maybe a fear? Maybe it's a change you need to let go of. Maybe something that your heart was attached to has, in your spiritual growth, changed, and now your heart is wanting something different. And maybe you feel just because you haven't attained what your heart wanted before, now you're finding it difficult to make changes to create that feeling of, this is what I need to do. This is what I feel like I'm guided to do. And sometimes, your heart wants something before when you start out in a journey, but then as you grow spiritually, you change. And so does your heart change. So the things that you felt guided to do, even if you didn't do them, has changed as well. So think about some of the things that maybe your heart wanted. Like, for example, I had one. And I know a lot of spiritual people tend to have this thought process as well, is that I feel like I want to be of service to so many people that I really, truly want to create a holistic center, a wellness center, a community center, a place to do healing work, a place where people can gather and commune. I did do that in the very beginning a long time ago. I had my office, but I shared it with a bunch of other people, and it worked out great for a period of time. But then I also felt the need that I wanted my own space. Like, in the beginning, I just did not have the confidence to do my own space, so I joined with other people. But then I felt like I was outgrowing it, like I needed more of my own to be able to do what I wanted to do. Because when you're working with other people, you have to be able to compromise, you have to be able to give and receive as well. So there's a point where your vision gets so strong, and maybe it gets even bigger, that you want to do something more of your own. So that situation ran its course, and I felt like, well, maybe I want to get my own center. So I considered it, but on a financial level, it just wasn't a right decision for me. And I knew I needed to be of service to the people, but I felt like I had to have a center so that people will come, so that I can help them. When I'm learning now is, I don't have to have a center. I have, the great thing of social media. We could all sit and chat. I can commune with all of you. I can do my healing work. I can do readings. I can do all sorts of things with technology. And I think some people get caught up with the direction that they once had in the very beginning. But learning to think outside the box and getting new perspectives of things, that maybe there's possibilities of doing something completely different. And, sometimes you got to think smarter, not harder. That's one of my new mottos. Think smarter, not harder. My husband taught me that one. And so it's just one of these things that you got to be willing to change and go with the flow, whatever you feel guided to do. And if you're seeing somebody else doing it, ask them for some guidance. How do they get started? Or, what do they use? I know I get some people who ask me a lot is, who does my website? And I say, I do that myself. I taught myself to do that. Some of the things that I do for my advertisements, they say, who does those things for you? And I say, I do. I taught myself that. I learned how to utilize apps and do different things. So when And I wasn't always a technical person. I had fought technology because I just didn't think it was a way to go. But when you're being called to do something, fulfilling a life purpose, then maybe it's time for change of what you once thought it should look like. So maybe it's time to let go of an old vision and allow yourself to see something new. How can you envision what you need to do into the future? Maybe the mission never changed, because the mission never changed for me. I always knew I was a healer. I always knew I was here to help people. And I knew I was always here to be of service to the people. And that's never changed. I've always known that's my purpose. But in the manner of how I go about doing it has changed over time and evolved over time. So think about that. What is your life purpose? And if you don't know, contact me. We can do a life reading and we can figure out your life purpose. Because there is a soul aspect of who we are that never ever changes. Mine is to share the love with so many people that I feel like I didn't receive growing up. You know, there's a certain way that I want to be loved, and when I see other people not having that or not giving that to themselves, then I feel a need to show them. I've always been that person, and that has never ever changed. So again, going back to the topic is, what do you need to let go so you can create space for something better to come along? Think about that one. The tea for this morning is a passion fruit green tea. So it seems like we've been getting a lot of green tea lately, but tomorrow is a black tea. So I have my tea. I'm going to taste it. Tastes like passion fruit. It's not sweet, but you can taste the passion fruit. So this one, I think, I still like the pomegranate one the best. And I think this one may be like a running second. Like the other one, I like the chai one too, but it needed some honey and it needed some almond milk in that one. And then it would have been a really good tea. So far with the plain ones, I like the pomegranate and the passion fruit. Passion fruit is one that I really love as well, with other drinks and other types of drinks. So think about what type of things you need to let go. So I decided, since I haven't done it in a while, I have some cards. We're going to pull some cards this morning. And so think about your number. What number is calling you? 1, 2, or 3? Let me just kind of shuffle the deck a little bit. I pulled one of my old decks out that I haven't used in a while. I used to like it, but I used it a long time ago. So it's Earth Magic by Stephen Farmer. These were like my beginning cards long time ago when I first started doing readings, and I utilized it all the time. And I decided today, I was like, oh well, I'll do some cards and let us have some information for this week. So today is a good day to do it. You know, I'm sitting by the fire doing my thing with the fire energy, and we got water going on outside, so we got water energy going on. So trying to find the balance. Being in Aries, I like to have my fire. Too much water kind of douses me out a little bit. All right, so 1, 2, or 3. So let's do number 1. Number 1 is love and compassion. Let's see if you could see it. There you go. I know the words are backwards, but it's 2 hands over heart. So going back to the topic, what do you need to let go of? And what do you need to let go of to create space for something better to come along? So when it comes to love, think about what are the belief systems surrounding love for yourself that you need to let go of. Maybe you're feeling like you're in heart-centered and wanting to be of service to other people, and you're giving so much love to everybody else, but you're forgetting yourself. Maybe you're not giving yourself enough self-love. So always remember, when you're dealing with any type of healing work or relationship issues, you always have to give to yourself first. And so maybe you really need to take a look again internally about love. What does love mean to you? And how are you bringing it in as much as you're giving it out? So this is card number 1. So we're dealing with changes to create space for better things to come in. So think about the changes, whoever chooses number 1, think about the changes that you need to make surrounding love. That's your card. Okay, pulling those of you who pick number 2. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Clear. Okay. Words are backwards. Dragonfly, emergence. So it's a woman coming out of the water and has dragonflies in her hair and flowers surrounding her like a crown. So when it comes to the dragonfly energy and the mergings, what is your intuition telling you? You know, what has your gut feeling been gnawing at you intuitively? What are the intuitive knowings that have been creeping into your mind or into your emotions or into your feeling that you're questioning, or maybe you're not trusting what you're feeling? Dragonfly energy is about emerging out and expanding that intuition and expanding your psychic abilities. So maybe you're too conformed with seeing how everybody else does it. So maybe it's time for you to focus on how do you do it. Now, I had this conversation with a client yesterday. She was really interested in shamanism, and she wanted to know where she could be taught and where are the teachers. And I said, there's so many people out in the world doing shamanism, and people get caught up with the books and the teachers, but being a shaman is something that is a pathway that only you know internally, and it's through the emergence of your own personal experiences. So your spiritual growth plays key into your own healing. So whether you're intuitive practitioner, or you're a healer, or you're a light worker, or whatever path that you have, your intuitive knowing plays a big key to what comes next. What is it that you're supposed to do? Who are you supposed to connect with? But sometimes we don't trust the messages we get. We lack the confidence in being able to move forward. So maybe it's time to let go of you're not good enough, or maybe you don't have a certificate, or maybe you feel like something's missing, that's why you can't move forward. Give yourself permission to do it anyway. What do you got to lose? You know, if it doesn't work out right, or somebody doesn't connect with you, at least you made an effort and try. But it shouldn't prevent you from keep trying, because maybe that person wasn't the right person. You know, it happened to me in the very beginning when I started doing my healing work. I was thinking I was supposed to do healing work only with my own people. And come to find out, once I let go of that theory, I was being of service to many other type of ethnicities. I let go of that attachment. I was willing to change and say, whoever wants to hear me, whoever wants to work with me, whoever wants healing work from me, whoever wants wisdom from me, I will be of service to those people. But when you have a set frame of mind of how you think it should look, then you limit yourself to so many greater possibilities of expanding your purpose and your mission. So be the dragonfly, spread your wings and fly, and go wherever you feel guided to go, wherever your intuition is guiding you to be or to do or connect with. This is that card for you. So now let's go on to card number 3. Ooh, okay. Here you go. Let's see, I hope you can see it clearly. Okay, so the words are backwards. Sorry about that. So those of you who picked number 3, you have Tsunami. This is your wake-up call. So this is spirits telling you, wake up. What is it that you have got the message about? Because you guys have your message. You guys know what your purpose is. You know what you should be doing, but you're having that control of an outcome, and you're trying to control the way it should look, and instead of just doing and being. You have a mission. You are the light workers and healers of the world. This was your time. You know, the world is in chaos right now. There's so many people emotionally struggling. They've lost their way. They feel alone. And it is your time to do your work. Don't say, I need a space to do my work. I need clients to come to me before I can actually write my book or do all sorts of things. Now's that time to step out and share your message any way possible, any means possible. And with social media, you can share your message anywhere and everywhere, clear across the other side of the world. People will find you, but they can't find you if you're not on social media. Somebody's a hardhead. Knock, knock, knock. The more you get yourself out and start exposing yourself, you will be surprised at how many people want to hear what you have to say. You'll be surprised at how many people connect with you and want healing work from you. You won't know that if you're staying in one place and thinking, I need to open a shop, I need to open a healing center, I need to have an office to do my work. I need, how many people are wandering around your office? How many people are wandering around your store? How many people are wandering around looking for you? It's not that common where people are roaming around now. But if you create a group or you put yourself out on social media and you expand yourself, you're at a touch of a button by simply typing in something. For example, for me, I thought I needed to have a shop. That's the only way people are going to come see me. I thought I needed to go to every single expo and be of service to the people and connect with people, which is not a bad thing. But I'm thinking this is the only way I'm going to create my following and make it bigger. No. I can simply go on social media, go on Instagram, hashtag Shaman, and attach my tag on all sorts of stuff. I can come onto Facebook, do the same thing, hashtag all my stuff. And all at one touch of a button, somebody has to do when they're searching something is type in that word, shaman. And somewhere along the line, I'm there. I get it all the time from people who are out of the state, who come into Arizona looking for something. And they simply type in Native American. They type in medicine woman. They type in shaman. They type in healer. All of a sudden, my website pops up. Same thing. For all of you, it is that simple. You are making it complicated because it is new to you. And because it's new, it becomes fearful. So I challenge those of you who chose number 3 to step out and go live or record a video of yourself talking about what you do and what is your message to the world. What do you want people to know? How are you of service to people? Because I guarantee you, once you do that, and you don't even have to have a business page to do this, you could simply do it on your personal page. And people will leave comments. People will say, I had no idea. Also, getting over the fear of what people think of you. Who cares? Yeah, I do. I'm one of those people who do care what people think. People will say those things, but when you find your soul tribe, your community, your peers, your support family, when people do those things and say those things to you, you can go back to your community and say, this is what happened to me today. And those people who love and support you will remind you that you are a good person, you are on the right path, and you're doing what is right for you. And we will support you in whatever journey or whatever path that may look like for you. So you got to work at being courageous and confident, but it only comes with discipline and being repetitive on your mission. You got to keep trying. You know, a lot of you wouldn't realize that I wasn't a public speaker 20 years ago. And I was just talking with my husband the other day. I said, it's been over 10 years now since I've been actually out in public doing my work. And in the very beginning stages, I was so confident and comfortable of just being behind a wall and sitting there all day, hoping that somebody will walk into this metaphysical shop and just want healing work. I was content with that. I was happy with that. I didn't want people to see me. I didn't want to be exposed. But then there came a point was universe steps in and says, well, we're going to expose that for you anyway. And then once you get exposed to it, then you feel comfortable with it. And then you're willing to be of service to more. That there is something to my purpose. There is something meaningful behind it. When you get all that feedback from people that you've helped, that, man, I feel good about that. Maybe I want to help more. So figure out what is your niche and what you want to do. And like I said, if you don't know what your life purpose is, contact me and we'll have a life purpose reading and I can help you understand what your talents are and what your life purpose is and what your soul aspect is into this world. These things are important to know. If you don't know, and if you don't contact me, journal it. Journal will lead into helping you understand yourself. So do you have any questions or comments about this video? Did you like my fire? My fire's kind of dimming out a little bit. Got to roll the vlog in a minute. But I really and truly enjoyed being able to connect with you. I'm getting more comfortable with doing these live videos now, and the only thing is it's so time consuming when I have to edit these videos and put them on different forms of social media. I need to sit still, but I don't like to sit still. So I hope you enjoyed my video. I had so much fun bringing you into my home, change things up. It's not in my office, it's in my home, and sharing my fire with you. This is where I've been sitting the last probably week and a half now. Every single day, in the morning, in the evening, I've been doing fires, and I've just really been sitting with fire energy, and just really needing to ignite that passion again, and really need to embrace that action part of myself. I have so many ideas of things, and there's so many opportunities coming my way right now, but I get scared. Just like everybody else, I get scared. I don't know if will be good enough to do it, or, you know, am I gonna be in the right place at the right time? I don't know. I just get really insecure like other people do. Still working on it. So I'm using this fire energy to build up my momentum, to motivate me, to get me going. Get me going. Get me going. Okay. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for tuning in. Much love to all of you. Bye.